What's up, guys? So today we're installing some long range springs on the f80 M4. I'm in the process of putting my carbon spoiler on, and I got some H&R Sport springs, which should be a good drop, but not as low as the EMD ones. Since I live in Houston, you know, it's pretty rough roads out here. I'm already done with the back. As the front, the back is pretty simple. For the front, I saw a lot of videos that requires you to take out the carbon brace and the aluminum brace as well, which you really don't have to. I found a much easier and a faster way to do without having to take off a lot of parts and leaving the strut on the car as well, which was very fast to do. In order to take out the nut for the strut, you would need an 18 socket with a 12 spline and an impact, which will make it much easier instead of having to buy the special tool to take out that nut off. And then before you do that, you need a jack to support the lower suspension. You could just put it right there. You don't have to lift it off that much. Just make sure it's lifted by the jack, and also Jackson just in case. And after you do that, you could take out the nut. And once you take out that nut, you could it'll be a 16 socket. You could open the sway bar link, take that off, that nut. Once you do that, unplug this, I guess, sensor adapter, whatever that is. And then remove this wire, also from right here and down there, just in case. And then once you do that, you could lower the jack slowly, and then this strut will fall off, but make sure you don't hit your fender. Lower the jack slowly. You could take off the strut to this side, but make sure with your fender as well. And then once this is off, you could just pull it out, and it comes off right away. And then you just switch your boots over. Make sure you set it correctly, and then you can put it back in. Make sure you put it correctly on the bottom as well. And then once you do that correctly, you just push it down, and then put it up back there, and then put the nut, and repeat the process, and then put it back together. At the rear, once you take off your wheel, all you need to take off is this bolt right here. You need an impact and a wrench to hold it from this side. And then once you do that take that off, you just pull it down, and the spring comes off. Switch it, and then put the new one in, jack it up. Make sure you put a jack before you open the bolt, so it doesn't just jump off. And then once you put the new spring, jack it up, put the new bolt, and then pretty much it. It is the next day here, and yesterday I finished the springs install. It was pretty simple, straightforward. The job isn't that bad, and I also put 15mm spacers all around. The rears are a bit tucked in, as you can see, and it still needs some time to settle in, so it might go even a bit lower. And as for the front, it ain't too bad. It probably has like 2 fingers gap in there. And as for the splitter, I might take it off. Not sure yet. Depending how, if it breaks, it breaks, you know. If not, it'll stay on until it breaks. But as of now, I guess it was worth the $300 for the springs. And let me get it from the back as well, side view. Looks pretty nice.